To add a new debit note, the user must navigate to the Procurement menu, click on the Transactions submenu, and select the Debit Note option. This will display the home page of the Debit Note menu. Click on the Add button provided on the top right corner of the header section. When the Add button is clicked, a new form appears. Select the business unit for which the debit note is to be created. The date will be shown by default. A reference for this transaction will be automatically generated as configured in the reference formula in the Settings menu. The user can also enter any special reference for this debit note. The cost center can be selected from the drop-down menu either by scrolling or filtering with the appropriate character. The currency field is auto-filled based on the business unit selected, which is configured in the Settings menu. This currency can be changed during the transaction. The rate field will fetch the rate according to the currency selected and is always against the basic currency. Rates can be changed during the transaction. The user can edit the preferred rate field if needed. Otherwise, the rate configured in the settings against the basic currency will be shown. Next, click on the Supplier field and select a supplier by searching with the exact alphabet keyword, so the system will fetch the relevant result. The VAT account will be fetched automatically as per the configuration done in the Settings module. Enter the VAT amount in the given field. Once done, enter the amount of the debit note, excluding VAT, in the Amount field. The discount account details will be fetched by default based on the configuration done in the Settings menu. If the account details need to be changed, it can be done by searching in the field using an alphabetic or numeric keyword, which will list the available accounts. Once done, any notes to be included can be entered in the Notes field. Finally, if any attachment is to be included, it can be done by clicking on the Browse option. Once all the details are entered, click on Save. The entered details will be saved successfully and can be seen on the home page. Initially, the transaction will be in draft status, which allows the user to make the necessary changes in the transaction. To view a debit note transaction, click on the View icon under the Action column. This shows the individual debit note transaction details. To edit a debit note, click on the Edit icon under the Action column. The Add Debit Note screen will be in Edit mode, where the user can make the necessary changes. Once the changes are made, the user can save the updated data. A user can edit a transaction only in draft status. Once the status changes to confirmed, no update can be done. A duplicate option is provided to minimize the user's effort, in which the system will create a duplicate entry of the debit note with pre-filled data. The user can edit the necessary fields, and save. A new entry can then be seen on the home page. If the user prints a transaction when it is in draft mode, then an error message will be shown. So to print a transaction, user must confirm the status of the transaction. This can be done by clicking on the Confirm option under the Action column. Then, on approval of the confirmation message, the transaction is confirmed. Then click on Print option under Action column. Then Credit Note Printout will be shown in the new tab. To print any transaction, the status of the transaction should be confirmed. To delete a debit note, click on the Delete icon under the Action column. The system will then show a confirmation message to the user for deletion. And if the user confirms, the debit note transaction will be deleted. To delete any transaction, the status should be in draft. If the transaction is confirmed, it cannot be deleted by the user.